Good evening once again, and welcome to the cybersecurity training, ethical hacking with Mr. Simeon. We've done a lot of things in this class. We've looked into introduction to ethical hacking. We've discussed about a lot of terms there, and also we've looked into Kali Linux, introduction to Kali Linux, the batch scripting. We've looked at a lot of things, a lot of commands. We've worked with the sudo command, the add user command, the user mode command, pwd, cd, ls, make directory, that is mkdir, touch, nano, cat, and chmod. And I think this is where we stopped in our last class, chmod. So let us go to chmod and let me start the explanation from chmod. I think make directory touch. When we stop, is it chmod or chmod, chown, and cp? Okay, nice one. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see what we can do with the command chown, and let's see how we can work with it. So talking about this chown, the meaning of CHOWN from the word own and CH, it simply means change owner. It simply means change owner. And it's just being used to change the ownership of file. That is what is just being used. It's just like at a particular time when you guys are going for, maybe you are going as a group, maybe your company is being called as the cybersecurity expert, that you should come and test a particular asset, the security that has been put in place by a particular company. And in that company, you guys are, it is not only you that you are carrying out the work. They've given the contract out to some group of people which you are inclusive. And possibly maybe you are the head, or you are working with some team and some other things and some other people. The best thing you could do is to give file permission to some other people that needs to continue working from where you stopped. Possibly maybe an exploit that you downloaded, you can give the permission to the person. It's just like transferring permission to the next person. You can remember in our previous class, we created a particular account with the command add user, and the name of that account was good luck. So let's assume I was on a particular project and good luck also is also on that particular project. I can transfer ownership appropriately to good luck using this command chown, and it's very, very easy. So all I just need to do is to just type the command, put good luck's name, put good luck's group, and just give the name of the file. And before you know what happens, good luck have access to the file. So one way or the other, or in summary, chown command is like it's like transferring of file ownership. So it helps you to change the ownership of file from, for example, from Kali to good luck, or from Kali to Simeon, or from Kali to a virus thing, from depending on who or whatever person you want to transfer the file ownership to. So every file has an owner. As far as the file is created in your account, it belongs to you. Every file has an owner, and it has a group. So when you are managing a system with multiple users, like a penetration testing team now, the best thing you can do is you will have to transfer file ownership to the other person appropriately, not the person changing it using CH mode. So once you transfer the ownership to the person and the person gets hold of the file, the person can easily run the file. So the meaning of chown or CHO is to change owner. and the use cases for transferring of files between users and fix ownership after copying of files and set proper ownership for services. So this is the syntax: chown, user, group name, and the file name. So sometimes there might be need for you to put what do we call it now? There might be need. It's like owner one transferring user to group of students or so. So there might be need for you to add some wild card there. A wild card means hyphen something, hyphen this, hyphen that, hyphen so, and so on and so forth. So let's go into our Kali box, our Kali machine. Let's log in and start the program and see how chown could actually work on this. Like I told you yesterday that I will be upgrading my my device. I've actually upgraded it, and now I have 12 gig. I have 12 gig now running on my Calox my system instead of 8 gig. So my Kali Linux is much more faster and much more better now in running whatever thing it wants to run. So I was trying it yesterday and I was happy with the speed and the speed of its responsiveness. So let us open a command window, a terminal. Let us open a terminal here and let's increase the screen. So now, if we are going to give it a kind of a file, let me see what files where we are right now. I think here we are in desktop. Let's see the kind of files we have in desktop by using the command ls. Now we have a directory, a single directory known as cybertech inside that directory. So I'm going to be cding into the cybertech directory in desktop. So let's remove desktop and go straight into cybertech. Let's cd into this. Yes, I mean cybertech. Now let's see the files that we have in cybertech. Okay, very good. So we have all these files in the cybertech directory. As you can see, let's do ls-al and see if we have any directory there. Okay, we have a directory that is hidden, another directory is hidden, then there's a directory called logs. There's a okay, this is report directory and this is a scan directory. That's good. But I would have loved to create more directories, such as using mkdir command and possibly, so we can have more directories such as folder 1, folder 2, because of we would really want to use that in this class. So let me mkdir. I'm going to be creating 3 directories at the same time. I'll call it folder 1. So we'll be able to quickly see that folder 2 and folder 3. Okay, without error means the file runs successfully. If I'm going to check how many directories we have right now, we have visible directories 1, 2, 3, and we have logs, report, and scan. That means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 while we have other files that are there. We have other files there, and that is great. But let me just do ls so I'll be able to view it very well. Okay, this is good. This is good. So we will be working from inside cybertech to carry out things. If you remember in the previous class, we worked on a particular file called welcome.py, and this welcome.py is a file in which let's do ls-al to see the privilege you have with welcome.py. So the privilege, you have an executable privilege. We have Kali in the Kali user in the group of Kali. The Kali is the owner of the file and Kali is the group. So in welcome.py we have the executable access. So if I want to run this, like I told you in the last class, to run a Python file or script is slash the name of the file, welcome.py. Then you can see here on, I'm now learning ethical hacking with Python. This is very good. While I'm doing all this is to show you that Kali is in his own self as a user has ownership to this file and can run this file and can also execute this file. But in the case of when we change the ownership of Kali to good luck, what do you think would happen? So all we just need to do is to use the chown command and say change ownership of this file. So I want to change the ownership of welcome.py to that of good luck. So let's see how I can change ownership by using the chown command. So to change ownership, I'm going to type change chown. Yeah, chown. So at this particular time, I could change the ownership by saying chown good luck, and I put column good luck. What does this mean? Just the way Kali shows, it's also the way good luck in the group of good luck shows. So automatically good luck is a user or a particular owner of an account that belongs to the good luck group. So I'm saying that change ownership to the user good luck who belongs to the good luck group, and the name of the file is welcome.py. Okay. If the operation is not permitted, let's try sudo to do that. So let's do sudo chown good luck welcome.py. So let's see this, if this will work. Let's say Kali. Now, without error, it shows that I need a super user power, a super user privilege to be able to change that. Now, let's look at this. ls. This file is still there, but I've changed the ownership that is just there, but it no longer belongs to Kali, to me. So let us run that command by saying /welcome.py. Is it going to run? Can you see? Permission denied.
Yes.
Permission denied. I've changed it. By the time I switch user to good luck, and good luck checks and could find this particular file, you will know that good luck could run this file very well without an issue. But I just want to show you that right now, Kali can no longer run that command. Kali can no longer work on that file. So the best thing to do is either to go and log in as good luck and push in the file command again and change it back to that of Kali. Good luck could do that, and also Kali by his own self can do that again. Let's try it again. It's no longer working, so let's change it again. Sudo chown good luck. Like, okay, let's enter Kali fully. I don't want to be pressing sudo. So I'll say sudo -i. When I say sudo -i, he asks for you enter inside root. Then this changes to the terminal with hash, meaning it has given you a super user privilege. So you don't need to start typing sudo again. You just go straight and say chown. Okay, let me give the privilege back to Kali. This is a kind of a command I just taught you now to stay in the root And I told you in previous class that root simply means administrator privilege, just like the way we have run as admin in Windows. So we are already, or I can say we are permanently in the admin privilege section. So I can say Chon Kali Kali, the name of the file. The name of the file. The name of the file is welcome.py. Is it no such file in the directory? Okay, because we are in the root and the file is not in the root. So we need to navigate to desktop to be able to get access to that. So to navigate to desktop, you can say, okay, in the root, that means the file have to be in the root. You can say cd, let's see if we can go to cd/home. Okay, I'm in home. What do we have in home? Good luck and Kali. Yes, if I log into good luck now, it's possible I would get that file in good luck. But I just want to change it back myself. I want to change it back myself. Okay, I'm in home of good luck right now. Yes, this is it. I'm in home of good luck, and let me change directory to desktop. Let's see, let's find a file in desktop. If it's not there, then we'll go back to, the file is not there. Let's cd dot dot. Let's go back to documents. But at this particular time, even though the file is not there, we can do a copy to go there. So let us just leave this place, dot dot slash dot dot, and go back to Kali home and go into our own file. Let's cd into Kali. Yes, I'm in Kali right now, so I can see my files. Let's go to desktop. I'm in desktop. What files are in desktop? CyberTech, very good. This is what I've been looking for. So let's cd into CyberTech folder. And let's see the files you have in CyberTech folder. Nice. Now we can run our program. Let's see if welcome would work. We say no such file in the directory such as welcome. Meanwhile, okay, sorry, welcome.py. Welcome.py. Yeah, I can run it with admin privilege. I can run it with admin privilege, but if I exit the admin, option, and I'm still inside there and I try to run it, it will not work. You see, it will not work. So all I need to do is to change the ownership to Kali Kali. Then it will now work perfectly. Let's change ownership to Kali Kali. Hope you are understanding this.
Yes, sir.
That's good. So sudo chon Kali Kali. The Kali group name is wrong. So it's Kali Kali welcome.py. That's good. Let's see what will happen if we now run this. Now it's not working because I've changed the privilege back to this. So that is how to see how you can transfer the ownership of file. Sometimes you might need it, sometimes you may not need it, but it's a very good command that you need to know. So let me clear my screen, and I'm in Kali in desktop CyberTech. That is good. So now the next command you're going to be looking at now is the cp command. So what does cp, what does it do? So cp copies files and directories. It is used to copy both files and directories. Like I said in previous classes, Kali treats every directory and every devices, every configuration file and every file as file. So you must treat them, the way you treat the directory is the same way you treat the files, the same way you copy them. No difference, only with different wildcards. So we are going to be seeing that here. So the CP copies files and directory. It is a command that is used to copy or move or possibly even rename. I'll teach you how we can rename a file using the CP command. So in penetration testing, you often need to duplicate your tools sometimes. So like that welcome.py now, I might need to copy it somewhere else with another name entirely. So I'm going to be copying it to a name. I'm going to copy it to another location, maybe our documents. I'm going to be copying it into our documents with the name greetings.py, no more welcome.py. But before that, let us try to see how we can make a backup. CP command is used for making backup. So if you watch movies today and you are trying to see that some people are trying to run a command to copy all the things in a particular directory, this is the command they use. And I'll teach you how they do it. That is why you see that it is very, very fast. There's a command they use to copy it. And this is the command they use. And I'm going to be showing you what it means. It's called the CP-V, verbose, asterisk. Asterisk means all. But let's start little by little. You have to write CP, write the name of your source destination, that is your absolute path, and the name of the file that you want to copy. That is how it's being done. Or you write CP, the name of the file, and the absolute location, the absolute path. So right now, I'm in Cybertech in desktop. So I want to copy this welcome to our document folder. So our document folder, this CP is a file. I said this CP, this welcome.py is a file. I want to copy it to the folder, which is called our document. So I'm going to do CP. The name of the file is welcome.py, and the absolute path is document is in home /Kali /documents. This is the absolute path. Documents. It means copy welcome.py into the document path. Let's press enter. Without error means that the command ran successfully. So let us go there and check without using, I don't want to mess up the screen with commands. Let us go and check our file and see if the file is there. So I'm going to go into home.kali documents. Now you can see we have our welcome.py there inside. Let me delete it and move it again with the command file so you see it with the command with the CP command, so you see that it's actually working. At this moment, our document is empty. So let's do that again and move the welcome.py into document without error means the file runs successfully. Now you can see we have the file there. It's there. We have the file there. Now, that is you copying a file from the present directory that you have into another file path, absolute file path. That is it. So now, apart from copying a file from where you are to another path, there is a way you can rename a file while you are copying it. So I can copy welcome.py into home Kali documents, and I will give it a new name, and the name is going to be greetings.py. So what am I saying? I'm saying copy welcome.py into this part, but not as the name welcome.py anymore, but greetings.py. So if I press enter without error, it means that this file has successfully been copied into the document directory as the name now bears greetings.py. Let's check. You can see greetings.py, welcome.py. If I open another terminal to check and navigate to that place, change directory, okay, to, let me say, home/Kali. Okay, let me see where I am. Okay, I'm in Kali. What are the files in Kali? Okay, oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to do home/Kali. I'm supposed to just move into documents and check what we have in documents. And we have greetings.py, welcome.py. Let us run greetings.py. You can see it's working. Yeah, all. I'm now learning ethical hacking with Python. It is running. We have the file present there. It was formerly not there. So that is to show you that that file is working. Now, what about if we want to copy a directory? It is called recursive copying. So now I would like to copy this directory known as folder 1 into our document folder. I know you would have guessed it, and you are right in whatever command you might have guessed. The only difference is that you need to put a wildcard known as -R, which stands for recursive. Recursive. -R means copy directory recursively. You can see cp-r reports. Then I don't want to go through this because the best way is to choose the location where you can copy it into. So I'm going to be doing copy folder 1. Let's watch it again. Document does not have folder 1. So let's go back. Copy folder 1 recursively. It means it is not a file, it's a directory. And copy everything with this directory itself. It's either it gives you error if you don't put -R, or it's either it copies the folder itself, but it's going to be empty. So in case there's something in the folder, recursively means entirely, step by step, bit by bit, copy everything. So copy folder 1 recursively into home/Kali/documents. Home/Kali without error simply means it runs successfully. Let's go and check if our folder 1 is now inside documents. And also, if we still have folder 1 here, and also we also have a copy of it in the document. Yes, folder 1 is in the document, and also we have a sample of it. We have a sample of it in our desktop. Let's look at it, CyberTech. This is it. We have our folder 1 in the desktop, and it's also in the, this is desktop, and it's also in our directory. So let me close this. Yes, let me close that and retain our document and our terminal. Okay, this is, we are still in CyberTech. You can see how the command was able to use to copy a directory into an absolute path. Now, you can also copy a directory and also change the name while you are copying it also. So using this command, CP folder 1 -r/home/kali/documents/ I'm going to be giving it a name called copied folder. Copied folder. So this folder with all its contents will be copied into documents, but it will be renamed as copied folder. Let me press enter. Without error means it ran successfully. So let us confirm if there's a new folder there called copied folder. Yeah, it is there. So we have folder 1 and we have the copied folder with all the contents of folder 1. Are we there? Are we still together?
Yes, sir.
That's good. And I hope you are understanding everything.
Yes.
That's good. I'm happy about that. Now, we have been able to copy a file into a directory called document successfully. And we've also been able to copy that same file, renaming it. And we've been able to copy a folder into a directory. And we've also been able to copy a folder, renaming it. And to this, we can also do the same thing to file and document the same way, which simply means we can copy multiple documents. Look at the documents we have here: hello.txt, readme.md, thank you.c, another one, welcome.py, sec.txt. So I would not want to copy everything. I just want to copy hello.txt, readme.md, and sec.txt at once into this folder called documents. So this is used for hackers. When hackers get into a particular place and they want to copy 2 or 3 or more files that they've done ls for, and they've been able to see those files name, they'll just press cp, copy the file's name, send it once and for all, and it enters in seconds. It disconnects their maybe their flash drive or their secondary storage that they may have plugged into it. They disconnect it and they get off. Or they might also use to move it to a particular folder, upload it to the internet, and get off the machine real quick. Okay, let's do copying of files with multiple names, with multiple files rather. So what you're going to be doing is cp the names of those files. So I have hello.txt, I have readme.md, that's a space, and I have sec.txt. I think it's small letter all through, sec.txt, into the same path, and that happens to be home/kali, home/kali/documents. Let's look at this. Those files are not here. We only have 2 files, greetings and welcome. But when we press enter, too many arguments. Oh, sorry, I used CD instead of CP. CD instead of CP. Oh, I'm sorry, CP. Please also keep watching my commands. If you think there's a mistake out of oversight, I've been able to type a wrong command, please try and call me back to show that you are actually following. So cp, that means copy hello.txt, readme.md, sec.txt / into this absolute path. Let's try. Without error. It ran without error. So it simply means it ran successfully. Let's check our folder. And we can see we now have sec.txt, readme, and hello, apart from greetings and welcome. And you can also do the same thing to copy multiple folders, multiple directory at the same time. Look at the directories that we have. We have folder 2. I've copied folder 1 already before. So I'm going to be copying folder 2. folder 3 and logs. Folder 2, folder 3 and logs. I'm going to be copying them at the same time. So I'm going to be doing CP-R, that means recursively, folder 1, folder 1, no, folder 2, folder 3, and logs, into home Kali document. Home Kali documents. Without error simply means we should be seeing folder 2, folder 3, and the log folder directory in the documents directory. So it is there. Folder 1, folder 2, folder 3, and logs are all here. They are all here. So I've showed you how you can copy multiple documents at a time, more than 3, more than 4. Just type them correctly into a particular path and also folders into a particular time. But what about if everything in this folder, everything in this cybertech folder is what you want and you want to move it into documents? How can you do that? To do that is very easy. It is the easiest of everything of them all. It's just copying everything in the folder at once. So I would like to delete everything we have here. Though I'm supposed to still show you how to delete with the command prompt, but let me just delete this so we don't have a duplicate of files. So you're just going to type cp-r recursively asterisk. Asterisk simply means um asterisk simply means everything, copying everything or entirely into the home slash Kali slash documents. Let's check this. Without error, it simply means everything ran successfully. Let's check it. Can you see? We have everything there. As you can see, this copy recursively everything into home Kali documents, copied everything we had in this cybertech folder into the documents folder. That was why I deleted everything at that particular time. Though there's a way I can delete using the command, but I don't want to bore you or scare you with commands that you are not used to. That is why I did it manually, so you can see what I'm doing. So you can see when hackers hack into a machine or they have physical access to it in movies and they want to copy something very fast, all they do is to say cp-r asterisk, and they put the path into where they want it to be, maybe the path to their drive, maybe the drive is called a root/D drive. Maybe that is where it is, or possibly maybe it's even D drive directly. Just these few letters, and they'll press enter, and before you know it, everything in that folder is being copied into the flash drive. So that is as simple as that. Do you have any question as regarding the topic copying command?
No, sir.
Thank you. Let's move forward. So we have the remove command, the RM command. So RM stands for remove. So you can use it to remove files, you can use it to remove directory. In another word, in synonym to the word remove, we can call it delete. So RM can be used to delete files and can also be used to delete directories. But it's a very dangerous command, especially when you use the word remove all. So the best thing is to put a white card called -v or something that makes you know that what you are doing is very, very sensitive. That will ask you, are you sure you want to delete everything? Type Y for yes and N for no. So it is a very dangerous command, and there's no trash bin in Linux. So whenever you delete something, it's totally gone forever. Unlike Windows, and when you delete something from Windows, you can still recover it back in the um recycle bin. And even if you delete something from the recycle bin, you can still get it back. If you want to know that, you can consult me. I can teach you how you can recover already deleted or formatted files from a formatted drive. So there are a lot of ways to extract that. So in this one, once your file is deleted with this command, all your files are gone and they are totally gone. That is why we keep saying something in ethical hacking or bad guys. The way they work is that they use this command to, if they notice that the police are on their tail, or they are being tracked, or somebody enter into their office or into their place, into their abode in a very swift manner, trying to snatch their laptop, immediately they run RM command and delete everything. And unfortunately, they won't be able to recover all those things. So the only thing they need to do is to pull out the hard drive and keep scooping out what they have already copied there in its history. So one way or the other, it is for deleting a directory or deleting a file. So let's look at the wildcard for it. When you say rm test.txt, it deletes a single file. If you say rm file1.txt, file2.txt, it deletes multiple files. If you say rm-r, it deletes old directly, it deletes a directory and its contents. If you say rm-f first.txt, it means don't ask for confirmation, delete it without asking me for a Y or a no to proceed command. If you say rm-i important.txt, it means interactive. It means ask me before I delete it. So let me think twice before I choose my option. If you say rm-rf, it is very dangerous. It simply means it should delete everything with force. This directory, recursive with force, it should be deleted entirely. So it means recursive force. They say you should proceed with extreme caution. So you'll be advised to proceed with extreme caution if you use -rf, dangerous. Dangerous is a directory. So you can play with all this yourself after this class, but I would want to go into the lab and try whatever I want to try myself. Don't forget, files deleted with this rm command is called remove, cannot be recovered. So let's try to remove our files that we have in the documents directory. So I'm going to cd into documents from this place I am at the moment, from Cybertech. I will do this and I will do dash. I'm in desktop. I've left Cybertech. I'm in desktop, cd dot dots slash dot dots. I'm in home. What do we have in home? We have good luck and Kali. I'm cding into Kali. I think Kali has home. Kali slash home. Let's see if I can go to that absolute parts. And after the home, okay, I should be in. Okay, let me see what I have here. Good luck. Let me just enter into Kali. Don't let me type nonsense. Okay, I'm in Kali right now, and in Kali we have documents. So let's cd into documents, where we have everything. Yes, I'm in documents right now. If you can check your print, if you can print your working directory, you can see I'm in documents. So I'm going to clear my screen and do a list of directory to know what I have in my documents. So I have the same thing I have in documents, and I'm going to be deleting them one after the other. So to delete a file, please, can you tell me which file you would like me to delete um in the directory?
Let's say folder 3.
A file. Please listen very carefully. A file. I'm not saying a directory. I'm not saying a folder. A file. So tell me a name of a file you want me to delete.
Hello?
Hello, do you hear what I said?
It's a file.
Yes, not a directory. Folder 3 is a directory. I need a file. Give me a name of a file you want me to delete here. Are you there?
Uh, yes, yes. With the network is bad.
Okay, so which one would you like me to delete? Just give me a name.
What
It's
about
there on your
what about
screen.
hello? What about hello.txt?
Okay. hello.txt will just be removed. You just go and say rm hello.txt. You can see that we have that file where hello.txt is here. By the time we run rm hello.txt, then if you ls, you notice hello.txt is missing. In the place of log hello.txt, we now have log. Let's check here. hello.txt is gone. hello.txt is gone. Do you get the code? rm space the name of the folder. That is hello.txt was the folder. So, well, was the file rather. Pardon me.
File.
You confused me. Okay. What about if you want to delete multiple files in the directory? Do you have an idea of how I can delete multiple files at once? Let's delete maybe 3 files at once, and I would like us to delete this file at once. Can you guess what the code is going to be? Can you call it out for me?
Rm
Okay, thank you.
um rm dot multiple
Mhm.
files.
I didn't mention dot. I just deleted a file here. rm space hello.txt. So there's nothing like rm dots, it will not work.
The rm um
Okay, let
is
me go
it
ahead.
wanna be
I'm
is it
trying to
wanna
tell you
be
to
all
give
of
me the
them?
code to delete 3 files at a time. Okay, let me continue so we'll not take too long in the class. So I'm going to be deleting sec.txt, readme, and I'm going to be deleting file.txt, sec.txt, and welcome.py.save. So it's just going to be rm space file space sec.txt space welcome.py.save. That is all. This is it. It's just space in between the name of the files. Without error means the file run successfully. Can you see? They're no longer there.
I'm
They're
there,
no
I'm there.
longer there. So these
I'm
are
there.
something you're supposed to be thinking ahead when you are learning a particular kind of concept. I've done copying for you, CP of multiple files, and I showed you how it's been done. You should know that if I want to do for RM, it should also be multiple files. Please try to be smart about how codes are being used there. That is why some people feel it is simple, some people feel it is hard. It is simple because it follows almost the same trend for everything. So if you can CP multiple files, you can also RM multiple files. If you can CP multiple directory, you can also RM multiple directory. That is the simple logic behind it. That was why I asked you to call it for me. Okay, let's move on. We have been able to delete 3 files at the same time, and if we do an ls, we can see that the files are gone. They are being deleted. So let me clear my screen, ls the screen. Yeah, that is it. Now, I want us to delete a directory. So how can we delete a directory? And which directory would I like to delete? I would like to delete a directory called folder 1.
Is RM.
So it is rm hyphen r, that is recursive delete, and I'll call folder 1. Check. Folder 1 is still existing. By the time we run this command, without error means it ran successfully. Let's check. Folder 1 is gone. Folder 1 is gone. So one way or the other, we can also use a particular command apart from the word rm. Don't forget that there's a command called mkdir. What does it mean? What does mkdir means?
Create new directory.
Yes, it means make directory. Create a new directory. Making a new directory. Also, we have the same for rmdir. What do you think that is going to mean? rmdir.
Release the directory.
Thank you. So I'm going to be making a directory called folder 1 that I've already deleted, so I can delete it alongside other folders. So I'm going to be making a directory of folder 1 alone. Yes, and I guess it's supposed to be there. Yes, so we have folder 1, folder 2, folder 3. So I'm going to be deleting it recursively. I'm going to be deleting all the old folders using the word rmdir folder 1. rmdir folder 1. So no need for rm space hyphen r anymore. It's a command on its own. So I'm going to click it, and without error, it means it ran successfully. You can see folder 1 is gone. It's left for folder 2. Let's use that command again to delete folder 2. And you can see that folder 2 is gone. We only have folder 3. So let's create folder 1, folder 2, folder 2. Let's create it. And we have folder 1, folder 2, folder 3. Now, let's delete multiple folders. So I'm deleting from folder 1 to folder 3. You can see them here. I'm deleting folder 1, folder 2, folder 3. So I'm going to say remove directory. I can say folder 1, folder 2, folder 3. Without error means it ran successfully. All the folders are gone. And you can also create a new directory and also use the same command to, let's see how many folders we have. Folder 1, folder 2. Let me create folder 3 also. Folder 1, folder 2, folder 3, that is cute. So I'm going to delete all these folders using the second command instead of the rm directory. I'm going to be using rm-r folder 1, folder 2, folder 3. Enter. Without error means the program ran successfully. So just like the other ones, everything is gone. Everything is gone. Let me ls You can see what we have here, starting from logs to welcome.py. So let's clear the screen. Let's clear the screen. Now, you can also delete everything. You can also delete everything. And the command to delete everything is just like the same command, like the cp command. It is called rm-r asterisk. That is all. That is all. Don't forget, before I type it, let me bring out what we have in the file. Look at the things we have in the file. This is it in our document. This is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is correct. So let us delete everything at once. Like this place says it. It says when you want to delete everything at once, make use of the word, make use of the term, make use of the term that will ask you a question. This is first important. Ask before delete. That is -I. So let's do rm -r-I, then everything wildcard asterisk. Press enter. You see, it's asking you a question. That is it. When you want to delete something and you are not sure of it, it asks you a question. That is the word -I. Active, ask before delete. So it has asked you, are you sure you want to delete all the 6 files in home Kali documents? Yes or no? You need to go and check the document very well. If there are nothing that you want to keep, and if you are sure, like I'm sure, there's nothing I want to keep, I'm going to go here and press my capital letter Y or small letter Y and say rm remove directly logs, press Y and press enter. So you say remove MD, press Y, enter. Remove reports, press Y, enter. Remove scans, Y, enter. Why is it telling you that? It's asking you one by one that are you sure you want to delete reports? You want to delete scans? You want to delete thank.c? Else I will delete everything. You want to, this one asks you why again. I want to delete thank you. You want to delete welcome.py? Yes. And that is all. Check ls, and there's nothing there anymore. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Look at the screen very. That is all about the. That is all about the rm command. The next command that I'll be looking at is the mv command. What does the mv command stands for? The mv serves two purposes. It is moving files to different directories and renaming the files. So it is one of the most frequently used commands for organizing your penetration testing workspace, your penetration testing work tools. So one way or the other, if you look very well into our directory, I've deleted everything. So definitely there is nothing in this directory anymore. Now I need to cd into desktop and my folder in desktop cybertech. Okay, I'm in Kali documents. Oh, I'm not supposed to see them. I'm just supposed to step one step down, and I'm already in desktop. And I'm entering to cybertech. Okay. Now I'm already in cybertech. To prove that, let me print my working directory. I'm in cybertech already. Let me clear my screen. Now, being in cybertech, possibly let's assume that this is a flash drive or an external flash or a downloaded folder, and I need to move everything in CyberTech into the documents directory. So this is the command we are going to use for it. This is the command we're going to use for it. Now, this command will move and relocate your file into another directory. It's just like cut in Windows. There's something called cut. When you right click in Windows, you see something, you see cut, copy, paste. So what it does is it cuts and it pastes. So MV stands for M and V, move. It organizes files into directories. It renames scan results and move tools to proper directories. And how do they do it? You just move and specify the file and specify its destination, possibly maybe the absolute path. You might actually want to come and work with this place and see how multiple wildcards are being used. So mv scan.txt into folder reports moves scan.txt into report directory. mv nmap underscore results.txt port scan.txt renames the file, means move nmap underscore result.txt, rename it into portscan.txt in the same directory, since there is no directory that was specified. Move everything.log and name it as log. That means move all log files, everything that has the word .log, maybe scan.log, result.log, evidence.log, confidential.log, login.log, logout.log, anything that bears log, everything .log extension should be moved into the log folder. That means you should copy and paste it into the log directory. mv report slash backup means move the entire reports directory into the backup directory. Move -I important.txt means save, means it's telling you that it will interactively ask you, are you sure you want to move this file called important.txt into the folder called save? mv-v file.txt and the destination means verbose. Verbose means show what is happening, meaning if you are copying a very large file, and you are moving it into a particular folder or destination, and you want to see the number of percentage of what you are copying, how far it's going from 0% to 10 to 20 to 40 to 80 to 90 to 98, 99, 100%, and you know it is completed. You can notice everything we have been copying and been moving since morning, you can't see it. But if you use the word verbose, it shows you that this is what is happening as you are copying things. So we're going to be making use of verbose, and we're going to be seeing how I can make use of the command move. So where are we? We are in CyberTech. What do we have in CyberTech? We have folders and we have directories and files. So I'm in CyberTech right now. Let's move our text welcome.py into our directory. So unlike copy, we still keep a copy of welcome.py and still move a copy of it into our document directory. But this, we cut it off totally from CyberTech and move it into the document directory. We can all see that document directory here, there is nothing inside this place. It is empty. So I'm going to start moving this by using the word mv, and I'm going to mention the name of the file, welcome.py. Where am I going to be moving it to? I'm moving it into my absolute path, home/tally home/documents, because that is where I opened down documents. So let's press enter. Without error, if I press ls, it shows that welcome.py is no longer existing. Now, if you look into the folder, that is where it's going to be. That is it. That is where it's going to be. Now, we can do the same way in copying of multiple files. So I want to copy hello.txt and readme.md at once, and also sec.txt at once. So I'm going to call it mv hello.txt readme.md and also sec.txt. These are three files. Where do I want to move them into? I'm moving them into home, Kali, documents. Now I'll press enter. Without error means the command ran successfully. Let's check. You can see the first one I moved was hello, and these are the three files I moved now. Now, how do we move a folder? Move is not like copying, CP-R, no. Move does not respect any folder or any directory. It does not need an -R. It just move and mention the name of the folder, folder 1, and mention the location, and that is all. So I'm going to do move folder 1 into home Kali documents. You can see that at this place, there's nothing like folder 1 here. But if you say move folder 1 into this destination and press enter, without error means the file ran, the command ran successfully, and we should be seeing the folder 1 inside this file. So also, I would like to give you a task of how to move multiple files at once and how to move multiple directories at once. And how to do that is mv, name of your folder, that is folder 1, other folder names, space, other folder names, folder 2, folder 3. I've solved it. I wanted to give you as a task to do it on your own, to confirm that you can do this thing on your own. You press enter. Okay, it said with error now means there's a problem with the file, with the program because ls, if you do ls, folder 1 is no longer existing in the directory. So let's do that. Let's run an ls command. You can see that folder 1 is no longer there, but it still ran because it picked folder 2 and folder 3 inside the document. As you can see, we have folder 1, folder 2, and folder 3. Now, just like other ones also, you can move everything in this file. So I'm going to be moving everything in documents. Let me open and CD into my documents. This document, I want to move everything here into cyber tech folder on my desktop here. So I'm going to be doing open terminal here. I'm on desktop right now, and I'm going to cd ... I'm in Kali. Okay, I'm going to move into documents right now, and I'm going to check what I have in my documents. Now I'm going to be moving everything I have here into cyber, into the command line cyber. I'm going to be moving it into the folder here, cybertech folder that is inside desktop. Now, let me get a full absolute path by printing working directory. So this is where I'm going. This is where I am going. Now, I'm going to go here into documents, and I'm going to move everything. That is MV. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Okay, move everything. That is the wildcard of asterisk into the folder. Let me paste it, paste clipboard. Yes. So I'm moving everything inside documents into cybertech. Without error means everything ran successfully. Now, it is expected that document folder is supposed to be empty, and it is empty. So I'm going to be closing this document command prompt, and I'm going to be going back to my command prompt here. And what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be moving everything using the verbose, moving everything using the verbose command to help us see what is actually going on. So let's do that. -V. So I'm going to be moving -V, verbose, everything into where? I'm going to be moving it inside documents. So I'm going to be moving it inside documents. Let's see what happens. Though the files are not heavy, I wish they are heavy so we can see how it goes. So it could be fast. Let's go. Yeah, that is it. That is it. It has moved everything. You see, it's called the named. Like, there's one last thing I'd like to show you. You can decide, let's check it. Let's check what we did first. You can see everything is moved. And you can see that we are able to see what happened. Now, in one way or the other, one command that makes me like MV is that you can move a particular file such as hello.txt into its location and change the name. You can change the name into greetings.txt and it will work. It will work. So it will move it, it will cut it off and post it inside this folder, renaming it as this name. So that is it, all about moving files and every entire thing, and also using the verbose command to see what has been done in our file. Do you understand it right now? Do you understand everything?
Yes, sir.
That's great. So I'm going to be doing cd dot dot slash dot dot to go back down to the main roots. And we're going to be looking into the next command right now. And that is the command of ifconfig, interface configuration. Now, if I could recall, there was a particular video I sent to you, a material I sent to you about networking or networks in cybersecurity. Is that not right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I know in that place you should be able to understand some concepts such as IP addresses, what IP addresses does, MAC addresses, what MAC addresses does. That is why I want to complete this code. And from this code, I can now move into the next module that we're going to be having tomorrow, which is called the anonymity topic, the anonymity module. Anonymity, we talk more into networking, we'll do more into IP address, into MAC addresses. You know what it means, and you know all those things. So by now, I think you should have known what networking means and what are IP addresses. But in a very short form, I would like to say all devices connected to the internet or to a particular network has an IP address. All has an IP address. So how do you check the IP address in your device or in the particular device that you are about to, that you are able to log in into, or your victim's IP address? So it's the command you're going to use is just if config, and there's nothing. Just if config, unless you want to show all active interfaces. You want to show all active interfaces, including the one that is down. You want to show the Ethernet 0. You want to show the another Ethernet 0 that is down. You want to show the Ethernet 0 that is up. I want to show the if config and assign an IP address to that particular machine temporarily. Then you can walk around with this. But I have what I have in my own mind that I would like to show you. So if config displays the network interface of the machine you are working with, you're going to be doing that a lot in this machine called Metasploitable. Before you hack a particular machine, you are required to have known what kind of IP address it's running. So when we want to start building our viruses, want to start hacking our Windows machine, our server, you would see how we can use Nmap to scan the IP address, get the IP address, and get the port that is working on it. So before we get there, I'm only explaining that if config is very, very important. In Windows, it is known as IP config. It is known as IP config. IP config in Windows. Yeah, you see everything here. You see everything here. You see the IP address. You see a subnet mask. You see the default gateway. You see everything here. You see everything here. You see all of them here. So if my Windows machine is 192.168.56.1, then definitely my Calox machine should be either 192.168.56.2 or 0.3 or 0.10 or 0.20, like that, running on the class C. I will explain everything in a jiffy. So I'm closing this. Don't forget, Windows is using IP config, while Linux is using if config. But if you ask me, I'll tell you I prefer if config. So it's going to give you the IP configuration of the MAC address and everything that is regarding to that particular device that you are working with. So let's go and see what we're going to work with. So let's do IP if config. Let's do if config -a. Let's do if config x show, or let's just do anything. Let's do anything. Let's see if we can work with this if config x 0, and you can assign an IP to it. And let's just do something very, very interesting. So if you do okay, let me clear my screen. If you do if config, I press enter, you can see if config is a connection that is showing you that is able to tap connection from your internet and give it to you. So look at this. If you see ETH0 is telling you that it's getting a particular kind of network from an interface. Now, let me explain a small concept to you. You know, if you have a system or you have a desktop in the offices, how do they have access to network? They plug a particular cable called the RJ45 cable with the coaxial cable, or the RJ45 plug. They plug it to a particular hole. I think you know about that. They plug it to a particular hole inside. Are we still together?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they plug that cable inside a particular place called the network ports and plug it to the wall. They plug it to the wall called the network port or the wall, and automatically the switch or the router will allocate what do we call this now? An IP address to your device and give it a network. It will be able to be seen on the network and also have access to internet, provided that there's internet in that network. And also, ETH0 is a kind of like a connection bridge network from Kali box and to your own Ethernet LAN. So it's like it's creating a virtual cable connected to this place. If you can see this place, can you see that?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Can you see what did he write there? He says what? At the third one, he said adapter
Adapter
1, IP 10.0.2.15. He said cable is what?
connected. It's
Thank you.
connected.
Thank you. You see what I just explained now?
Yes, sir.
Hope you can relate to that. So that is the same thing that if you say cable is connected, is thinking this virtual box, Kali, an ID in its network interface that think that network adapter, think that I have attached a cable to you and source for internet from there. So Kali is thinking we already have a cable connected and I'm browsing through the cable, not knowing that it's only running in a virtual machine. Now, the ETH0 is a configuration for a bridge network for Kali box. Simply means your Ethernet. That means your cable, your LAN. That is what it means. So if you look at iNet, iNet is your IP version 4. That is the representation here. And there's another one again, iNet 6 is a representation of your IP of this in a version 6 format. What am I saying? If you look at the time I ran a command here and I said, and I typed IP config, it's telling me that to my device, I'm running a particular kind of program, a particular kind of network, and the network is a class C network. That's why you need to know network in cybersecurity. Now, we have 3 classes of network. We have class A, we have class B, and we have class C. Now, if you see anything that says 192.168.1 or any number, 0.10, 0.100, or even 0.0 dot any number, you are running a class C. And that is what you are seeing here. And this makes you know you are running a class C. The subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0. But if the subnet mask is going to be coming down for class B, it becomes 255 dot, sorry, it's 255, not 2555. It becomes 255, but 255.0.0 for class B. And it also changes here to 255.0.0. What does this thing mean? It means that this can allocate an IP unlimitedly. And that is the example of our internet service provider. For your company, they can allocate IP for everybody in the world, and everybody who have an IP in the world. They are running a class A. So we have a class B for big, large organizations such as banks all over. There are some banks, for example, UBA is all over Africa. We have UBA in Kenya, we have in Canada, we have, Canada is not an African country. We have in Kenya, we have in Uganda, we have in Zimbabwe, we have in Burkina Faso, we have in Nigeria. So if all of them needs to work on the same network, they might be running a class B, which you allocate a very large distance for them, IP. But class C means you can still work with possibly maybe 255 or to 500 systems in your network. and that is a class C. Hope you understand it now. And
Yes, sir.
this will simply means I will always call this a private or company's network. Company's network. So for you to have been seeing 255.255.255, I'm running on the what? On the class C. Is that not it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is what it means. I'm running on class C. So if you look at this is an IP address running on what class? Let's look at the subnet mask. Look at it. This is the net mask 255.255.255. Which class is this machine running?
Class C. Is
Thank
it
you.
class C?
Is C. Is C. 255.255.255. A is 255.000. B is 255.255.000. C is 255.255.255.0. That is on a private network or a company's network. So we have the ether. The ether is your MAC address. This is our MAC address. You see how we'll be working on MAC address. Our MAC address are unique. They are only allocated to one device, just like you remember how detectives make use of fingerprints. That when you hold a particular fingerprint or a particular DNA, this fingerprint belongs to you alone, and they can trace you to anywhere in the world by discovering that those fingerprints are yours. So this is the fingerprint of your machine or of any machine, the MAC address. So if this MAC address has been added to a particular company's network and you are able to hack into this system, you can copy this MAC address and send it to your system MAC address, change your system MAC address to this, and you can log in into a particular company, and it will be as if you are already added to their network and you can hack them. You can hack them. You are going to see how I'm going to be changing my MAC address in the next class, and that is talking about anonymity, because it's just like a twin that never knew that he or she is a twin, or people don't know that they are twin, and the person went to impersonate. He picks the identity of the other twin, the card, the everything, the look alike, to enter into the company to claim the things that belongs to the other twin. So we are supposed to have 4 things. This is local network. This one belongs to you. This for local network. Local network means this IP address is what belongs to you alone. Whenever you are running anything locally, this IP address is what you can use to test whatever you are running locally. For example, I'm looking forward, if there's more time, to build a local server, host a website on it, and we both hack that website together. If I want to run that local website, I'm going to be running it with this local code. Now, look at this. For me to prove to you that that's a local host IP. What does 127.0.0.1 mean or represents? It says it's the standard IP version 4 loopback address, often called the local host, which allows your computer to communicate with itself. Did you get that?
No, sir.
You didn't get it.
No.
This IP address means that your computer can still run some application within itself without connecting to the internet. So if I install a server and I run that server and it gave me this IP address and I'm not connected to the internet, I can just come here and do 127.0.0.1 and something will work. Something will just come up. You see, because I didn't on any server. Let me see if I have a XAMPP here. If I have a XAMPP here. Oh, I have a XAMPP here. All good. Is it XAMPP? No, it's not XAMPP. It's not XAMPP. It's internet search. I don't have a XAMPP installed. Had it been I have a XAMPP installed, I would have installed a XAMPP for you, turn it on, and I'll type this thing and you see a website to come out. Meaning it can help me to interact with myself within my local hosts, my local machine, not an international host now, but it's locally hosted in my computer. So we are supposed to have 3 network interface: the cable, the local host, and the WLAN 0. WLAN 0 means Kali cannot work with your normal Wi-Fi card. Kali does not work with this. Kali works with a particular kind of external Wi-Fi to be able to pick Wi-Fi direct. This is the only thing that can give Kali Linux. This is the only thing that can give Kali, if you plug things like this. So that is why in this class, I may not be able to teach you how to hack Wi-Fi, because Kali does not use this same system stuff, this same system Wi-Fi card inside my system to get a Wi-Fi access. No, I need to plug something like this into my system, then Kali will read it, and from there, Kali can connect to Wi-Fi directly. And from there, you will now see another port here. After ETH0 cable, local host, you now see WLAN 0. Let me see if I can get a picture. Let's try. That'll make you understand everything. You see the way it's going. I don't want you to feel as if you would not see it. So I think there are pictures online, a lot of pictures online that will show you. Okay, this one has ETH0. This one has LO. This one does not have. This one does not have the YWLAN. I want the one that shows that WLAN. Okay, this one should. This one should. This one should. So if you run ipconfig and you want to see the network interface, there, look at this one have LO, ETH0, and WLAN. Can you see this?
Yes.
Can you see this? 3, WLAN 0. What does this mean? It means that the guy who owns this system has one way or the other plug this thing inside his machine. So Kali can now get network using Wi-Fi. And when the guy run ipconfig, IP address, when the guy ran it, the guy was able to see that his Wi-Fi adapter is 192.168.12.1. Do you see that? So even the guy has another one again called Docker. The guy has another one again called Docker 0. So depending on the gadget you plug to Kali, it makes you understand or know what kind of thing you have. I think the command the guy ran was IPADDR. You can see it. Can you see? LO,
Yes, sir.
Ethernet, and I don't have WLAN. So had it been I plugged that, I would have had a WLAN. I would have had a WLAN, and that is for IP if config. So if config have other wildcard also, such as if you want to see which network is down, which network is up. Let's do this. If config ETH0 up, it's okay. Let me tell you what it means. If I say if config ETH0 down, I'm saying shut down this interface. I'm saying shut down this interface. Don't take a network again. Let's try that. Let me first of all clean it so you can see. I want to allocate an IP address to my machine temporarily. So before I can do that, if I do if config, I'm going to be saying that my ETH0 is having 10.0.2, but I don't want this one to be there. I want it to be 192.168 at least for that time. So I'll just do if config my table ETH0 shut down. That's what it means. Turn off. If config ETH0 off, it disables the interface, then it enables it. Now look at it. Let's see. Operational permitted. It's been long I did this, but I'm still thinking if I can still remember. Okay, let's check if config. Let's check what we have now. Yeah. Do you notice what happened? Do you notice what happened? Do you notice what happened? When I did down, ETH0 down, what do you notice here? Macaulay Linus lost network. Do you see that?
Yes.
Macaulay Linus lost network. Now, I can now apply an IP address temporarily. And the IP address I want to give it is this. Let me see if I need to apply IP address temporarily before I... Okay. Let me apply an IP address if config ETH0 with the IP, ETH0, give it an IP 192.168. I'm going to give it points. Okay, let me check IP address from here. Let me check IP address from here. I'm going to give it something similar. So my IP address is 56.1. I'm going to give it 56.10. 56.10. Okay, let me see. I'm supposed to use sudo if config assign the LAN this IP address. Okay, without error, let's now turn it up. Now let's do if config ETH0 up. Okay, let's put if config now to see what IP I'm having. Can you see? Do you see what just happened? Did you see what just happened? Are you there?
Yes.
This is what just happened. Initially, my IP address has been 10 point something, 10.1, 10.2. Then I turned it down. I switched it off. Here. It got disconnected. No, okay. I switched it off here. Down. Okay, yeah. I switched it off. If config IP ETH0 down. Then I looked at my if config. I noticed that it is no longer there. I only have my internal one. Then I allocated an IP to it. After allocating an IP to it, I used sudo command, then it ran without error. Now I now did sudo if config ETH0 up. Then when I search for my if config, I notice I'm now running 192.168.56.10. Can you see that now? So
Yes, sir.
my IP address now, right now is now IP address is now, look at my IP address, is now 192.168.56.10. Is no longer 10 point whatever again. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
So that is a very good one. Let me rush the remaining ones that we have. I think we have like 2, 3, or 4 more. And that I'll finish this and make sure I end this class in Kali Linux class. So move into straight practical and penetration testing in next class. Okay, that is about if config. And let's move to netstart. So what does netstart do? In a very short form, is the command that is used to show the connections that are either established or that is in a waiting state. It's just for us to know the network statistics, to know which port is listening, which port is down, and these are all the wildcards that perform different things on it. You can play around with it. I'm just going to do it just once, then I'll move. What I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using A, N, and O. A, N, O. So I'm going to be showing all sockets. I'm going to be showing numerical addresses, no DNS lookup, and O. So that is what I'm just going to run. So I'm just going to go there. I'm going to run net statistics, net stats, and I'm going to say hyphen ANO. Can you see? This is all the ports that are connected and that are listening inside your Kali Linux. All of them are connected. Can you see? Listening, connected, listening, connected. And this is Kali Linux up, down to this place. You can see you have your local address, you have a foreign address, you have everything. And this is the reference count, the flags, the type is stream, some is DGRAM, the state is connected, some is running, some is listening rather, and we have inode and we have path. In this particular place, there's something we can do here. And what can we do here? We can stop a particular kind of program that is running here. We can stop it. We can make us to know what is going on, what are we running, and so on and so forth. So we are more focused on the details at the top where we have active internet. So whenever you have active internet, you look at these details here. Here, it helps you to know what to do next. So we're more focused in that place where we have active internet connections. So look at the local, foreign, and state addresses, and that will help you do a lot of things. Look at the local, foreign, and state addresses. So all these things will help you in doing all these things. Now, that is it. That is netstart. It will check everything that is running in your network. What is your network status? Most times you may not use it, but when you're working like a Linux expert, it might be required. The next one is called the top table of processes. Now, do you know what table of processes means? Do you know what top means? In our own, it's just used to show the system tax manager. It's just like a tax manager. This one, you see, it's your processes that is running. You see, you know you can switch off anything from here. You can end any task from here. You can restart any task. You can do anything that you like here. And you have your PIDs here. It has number. See your PID. See your PID. Everything that is working has its own PID address. That PID address is what is called, is it process identification number? That is PID address. So these are all the old PID address for our tax manager. So that is the same thing for top command. It is to check the table of processes. So let's check our table of processes, and you can off any process that is ongoing. That is it. Can you look at it? PID. Can you see it?
Yes,
Can you
sir.
see it? Now look at it. What
Yes.
command did I just run now? What command did I just run now?
Top.
Thank you. Can you see the top here? I don't know if you can see the top. The top, I just saw the top now. Can you see the top here?
Yes.
Did you see it? This is it. This is it. The PID command
Yes.
is 63980.
Yes, I've seen it.
63980. Do you know I can switch it off like this? Just like the way you can go to this place. You can go to this place, click on Task Manager. You can go to Microsoft. Let me go to Google Chrome. You can right click and click End Task. That is the same thing you can do here. Just note this your PID number 63980. Please note it. I will ask you. I want to stop this tax. And how can I
63
stop
what?
60? Look at it here. 63980. Kali, top is running. 63980.
Okay.
Have you noted it
Okay.
down now?
Yes.
So that is the first thing. So for me to switch off any command here, all I just need to do is to press K, the letter K. K means hold on and accept my PID command. Watch it. You see that it is running. I see that my Kali Linux is running. And the top command is running. Are we together?
Yes.
Now I'm pressing K, letter K. Watch. Immediately I press K. Look at it. PID to signal. Kill. It's asking me what do I want to kill. What is the name of the process stop that I say should get down for me? What is the number?
3980.
Call it again. I didn't get that.
63980.
63980. Now, you press enter. Watch what will happen in this place. Just watch this place. Watch what will happen. Do you know the top is still running? And press enter now. Now, I've made 63980 a signal. It asks me to press in 15. I'm going to type in 15. Enter. What happened here? What just happened? The top program altered. The top program altered. Now, let us switch off Q terminal. Do you know what Q terminal means?
No.
It is this terminal that we are using to type all this our command. That is the Q terminal. Let us close it.
Okay.
How are we going to close it? We just first of all type top, right? We type top. Or you do the same thing for Q terminal. Let us see. Let us just do K. Okay, let's do top. Top. Now the top is running and you look for the thread name for Q terminal. Yeah, this is Q terminal. Q terminal is 2385. Just press K. Press 2385. Press enter. It asks you to press 15. Watch what is going to happen. Are you together?
Yes.
Are we together? I'm going to press 15. That is Q terminal. The Q terminal, I'm going to press 15 now. Let me press 15. See what will happen. You see what happened? Did you see what happened?
Yes.
What happened? The terminal shut off. You see that the terminal totally went off because we used the command to switch it to turn it off. You understand? Hello, I'm with you.
Okay. The thing was cracking, but I'm here now.
Okay.
You said what?
I said immediately we selected that PID and we click enter and we chose 15, we press enter, the Q terminal closed off totally.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Now, let me show you what I just did. I was able to turn off the Q terminal by pressing top. I said top is to bring out the tax manager. Then you see the tax manager running. And you might want to turn something off. Maybe a firewall is working or a particular program is running and is stopping you from hacking particular system. You just need to run the. Then come and look at the name of that particular file that is stopping you from working. Just look for the PID, process identification number. Just look for it. And look for Q terminal. This is
The
Q
what? The
terminal,
process.
and the process 210. So to shut, just press K, and in that K, you will see something here asking for a PID number. Like I said, I'm looking for Q terminal. I'm looking for Q terminal. I think I said 66. Q1 terminal is no longer here. Let me cancel it. Let me look for Q. And that's 210. So I'm going to press 66 210. I'm going to press enter. It's going to ask me to type this figure 15, 1 and 5. Press enter. What is going to happen to my Q terminal? It's going to quit. Immediately I press enter. Did you see that? About top. Now moving on to who am I ID. What does this thing mean? It is used to show who is logged in into a particular system. These three commands will tell you about users who logged in, who you are, and what are your privileges. In multi-user system, or when you switch user with su or sudo, this command keeps you oriented. What does it mean? When you hack into a particular system or into a particular machine, you need to know who you are. You need to know what kind of privilege you are running. Do you need to escalate your privilege by using sudo? Do you need to know if you are a root user? Do you know if you are even the main administrator? What do you need to do? This will really help you to get information. So it is used to show who is logging into who is logged in order to know the kind of rights you have and the kind of privilege access you have. So you would not be useless or incapacitated to run an action or to exploit the machine. So let's run who am I, and ID, and let's see how it works. So if you go to the terminal right now and you run W tells you that you are user and the user is Kali. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Yes. Yes.
So that is about it. If you run W, it still tells you the same thing. Okay, I ran W before. Now I'm going to be running ID, or let me say who I am. Who am I, rather? Who am I? It tells me I am what? I am
Ali.
Kali. Thank you. I am Kali. So this is going to give me an idea that if I'm saying Kali, I'm in the right place. I'm like in the default base of the system. Now I can also type ID. ID gives me that my ID is Kali. And it also tells me that the group I belong to is Kali. And I'm a what? What is this? What does this ADM stands for?
Admin.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy about this. And you can use all these tools, CD-ROM, floppy. You can use the sudo command. You can use the DIP. You can watch video. You can check on 100 users. You can check on scanner. You can use the Bluetooth of the machine. But imagine you are just ordinary, maybe good luck. Maybe you are just good luck. For example, let's CD into good luck. Or if I switch user into good luck here, I'm coming. Let me just CD. Okay, let me check. Okay, CD dot dots. Okay, CD dot dots. Okay, let me check. Okay, okay. Home. There's a place I want to get to. I'm in root here. There's a place I want to get to that I'll be able to see good luck. Okay, let's check what we have here. Yeah. So I'm in good luck. I'm in home now. and I have good luck and I have Kali. Imagine I'm in good luck. Oh, permission denied for good luck. Can I? Let me see if I can. I'm supposed to switch user actually. I'm just seeing if I can sudo. I didn't do sudo. Okay, let me switch permission. Do you still remember the password for good luck account?
Password.
Hello? Yes, when I created the good luck account for you, I told you the password something. I think it's Kali 123.
I'm Kali 123.
3. Kali 123. Yes, Kali 123 is correct. So let's assume you hacked into a system. And you're going to be seeing by the time I hack a Windows server, a Windows machine for you, you will see how I'm going to, from a user privilege, I'm going to enter into admin and I will hack it. I'll change the admin password and I'll become the admin of that system and I can do whatever thing I want to do. I'm going to be showing you that in next coming classes. So this is good luck. And if good luck opens this and good luck types who I, it tells you you are good luck. Then if you type ID, you see that good luck is just good luck. The admin is not there, but they can use sudo. Let's see if I can use sudo apt update. Let me see if I can use it. Kali 123. Okay, it can use, it's part of the sudo file. Good luck can use sudo, but it's not part of the admin. You can see the difference now. Do you get the difference now?
Yes, sir.
So if you hack into a file and you need an admin privilege, trust me, you need to use the word who am I, or you need to use the command ID to be able to know if you are actually an admin or you are actually just an ordinary user and you know what next to do. So one way or the other, ID here shows that I'm part of the admin group here and I'm Kali and I'm part of the sudoers file. Okay, that is all about W. That's all about the W command, who am I, and the ID command. It helps you to know who you are in that machine and what are the privileges that you have in that machine. The last, I think this is the last command. I think this is the last command. After this is the last one. And yeah, you see key takeaways. So this is the last command. And the last command is man and help. You really need to get used to this because every time we make use of this program, and you're going to be seeing me making use of man and I dash dash hyphen help a lot. So it is a two-way command to learn any tool, to learn any command. So particularly man command is used to open manual pages and to check complete documentation of any particular tool or any particular command. So if you type man and you type enter or you put a command in front of it, it will tell you what are the wildcards and how you can use that particular tool. Do you know ls, cp, rm, all of them are tools? Do you believe that? Do you
Yes,
believe
sir.
that? Thank you. So
Yes, sir.
if you don't understand rm, mv, the difference between it, cp, ls hyphen l, you don't understand it, you can use man, which stands for manual. Man stands for manual. It's used to get help and bring out the manual for any of your tools or software. Now, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. How can I get the full and total manual for man ls, or let's say CP. Do you know what CP means? CP is to copy, right? It's for copy. It's a tool
Yes.
used for copying. So let's check the manual on copying. Yeah, you can see this. You see, CP says what? Is to copy files and directories. Can you see this? The synopsis means the syntax. CP option -T, source and destination. CP option, source directory. CP, all these things. See, -A is archive. Attributes only. Don't copy the file data, just the attributes. -- backup, that is CP backup. CP B, CP copy content. CP-D, can you see? CP-debug explains how a file is copied. Implies IPv, verbose. Can you see? Can you see it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, that's it. Look at it. If you don't understand anything, you can come here and look at it. Press Q to quit. Now, let us look at another one before I move off from man. Let's look at Nmap. Man Nmap. Nmap is a program we are going to be using very soon. Look at it. What is Nmap going to be doing for us? It says the name is what? Nmap. What is Nmap? Network Exploration Tool and Security Port Scanner. So it's a network exploration tool and security, and it's also a port scanner. So these are the synopsis. Nmap, the scan type, option, and the target specification. So it's telling you that description. Nmap is a network mapper, is an open source tool for network exploration and security auditing, and so on and so forth. I begin to see the things you can run on Nmap. Let's play with something. Let's play with something. You can see host discovery, list scan, simply list target to scan. Let's look at it. So it's telling us that we should do Nmap, scan type, option, and the target. So let's do that. Q for quit. Let's do N. If it does not go, Nmap -SL and type the IP address 192.168. I think we are 56, right? We are 56.0/24. Then Nmap begins to scan. You see, Nmap scanned everything. You see, Nmap scanned reports for this. It scanned from 1 to 255. I'm very sure to 255. See, it scanned from 1 to 255 in 0.1 seconds. So, man is a very good tool to know what you can do. But talking about something that can also help you to get a manual for a particular file is also -help. That is --help. So you can say, if it's for ls now, we say man ls, man nmap, man -k, the keyword. But if it's ls, you say ls. If it's help, you say ls -help, nmap -help, command -help. So instead of the way we check CP, you say man CP. That was how we use manual. But if it's we're going to be doing CP for -help, it becomes CP -help. This is a more direct and more straightforward approach to check the wildcards on how to use a particular tool. I pressed enter, and this is telling me directly what this thing can do. CP -help is a copy source to destination or multiple source to directory. And you can see -A, archive, -B, copy content, -F, can you see? -R, recursive. Can you see that? In case you forget
Yes, sir.
how to use a particular tool, just come and type the name of the tool, ls hyphen hyphen help, enter. Then you see help for ls and you begin to see what it does. It say ls is for you to sort and list alphabetically, list information about the files, the current directory by default. Can you see? You can do ls-a, ls-capital A, ls-b, ls-b capital B. Let's do ls-l. Let's see what it does. Look, difference, a long listing format showing file information, references. Can you see it now? So you will remember that, oh, it's ls-l I used to use. Then you'll now be able to get, see, it works for you. So man, if it's man, it becomes man ls. And if it's help you want to use, it becomes ls hyphen hyphen help. So if I want to do for nmap, hyphen hyphen l for nmap, it becomes hyphen hyphen help. Then here you'll be able to see everything for nmap. How you can use it. It's a very heavy tool. It's a very big tool that you're going to be seeing how we are going to be using it to scan a lot of things. So it's telling us that usage, nmap scans. It scans the scan type, options, and target specifications. So what can it do? You can pass host names, IP addresses, networks. So I don't want to bore you too much with the explanation. I'm only showing you how you can use nmap. How you can use hyphen help to get the full information and direct information from tools such as nmap, cp, sudo. If you think I'm joking, you can check the hyphen help for sudo. Sudo hyphen help. It tells you everything you can do with sudo. It tells you everything you can do with sudo. There was a time I was sitting down on this and I was reading almost every tool in Kali and I was knowing what they do. In fact, this was what I used to prepare this slide. This was what I used to prepare this slide. All these things you are seeing, was from man and hyphen help. Now, in summary, let's review everything we have learned in Kali Linux command or Linux command in general that are virtually identical across distribution. That is, Linux command are virtually identical across all distros. So it can be possibly in Debian, it can be in Ubuntu, it can be in Kali, it can be in Red Hat Linux, it can be in any kind of Linux. As far as it is a Linux distro, all these things I've taught you now is very, very, very useful. So Linux commands are virtually identical. They are almost everything across all platforms. So this means once you have learned these commands in Kali, this same command, you can take it to any other IT place that they use this command, and you can use it as a cloud network engineer, cloud network expert, even cloud cybersecurity. You don't need to go and start learning Kali Linux anymore. You've already know about Kali Linux command. You can use it in Red Hat. You can use it in Ubuntu. You can use it in Debian and so on and so forth. Now, to break all these commands I've been showing you for the past 3 classes right now, in a way, it will help you to quickly understand it. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
I want you to look at this time. This is very crucial. Look at the screen at this time. Make sure that you know these 4 categories of Kali command. We have user commands, file operations, file viewing, and network. Under user command is what you see sudo. which is the admin and root privilege, add user mode, that is to change the mode of user into sudo file, add user, creating user, who are my ID and W, are all relevant under user command. All under file operations, that is knowing where you are, changing directories, ls, make directory, touch, cp, move, and delete or remove or rename a particular file or directory. All these commands are relevant under them. Then if you want to view your file, what is inside of it, what are the privileges that you have, you use cat, you use nano, you use chmod, and use chown. Then when you're working on network, you use ifconfig, you use netstart, you use stop to check your task manager, you use man for your manual, and you use -help. So why does this matters? Although Kali Linux command might seem difficult at first, but when you start practicing them, you start using them, you understand that it's very interesting to use. And you know that mastering them gives a cybersecurity professional greater speed, efficiency, and control. So because of these skills, professionals who understand Kali Linux command lines can operate, in fact, in anywhere they found themselves, and their values are highly, let me say, they're invaluable in cybersecurity. They are sought after. They are like alert hackers. When you want to do anything, the next thing you do is open the Kali command. You are not working around the GUI. So it is highly valuable in cybersecurity, penetration testing, ethical hacking, and system administration, and even cloud administration. So the command line is where the real power lives. The GUI are for beginners. Professional lives in the terminal. So now that you are comfortable with the terminal, I can call you a professional. So thank you. In the next class, we'll be working on what we call the anonymity. And here we will learn how to hide our tracks and operate anonymously on the internet.